Good evening, men and fellow brothers in YouTube. It is Monday, January 16th, 2023. And I congratulate you men who are retaining your seed on the semen retention journey. You are defeating the spirit of lust and becoming a soul of light. So, guys, tonight I'm going to talk about one thing I've noticed recently. I noticed it in the beginning, but it seems more profound now. And that is, I can feel or see people's spirits. And I guess a term you might understand better is you can feel someone's vibe or vibration or vibe. And you don't see it physically, you feel it. Your spirit feels it. And I'm guessing it's because on this retaining journey, your spirit is becoming pure and light because you've put away the filth. When I say filth, you know what I mean. The fornication, ejaculation, the lust. You've put it away. You've defeated it. You slayed it. You slayed that demon. And so now you're becoming holy and righteous. I'm not saying you're 100% holy and righteous. That's probably a lifelong journey. But you're on your way, and that's a major step. Semen retention is the first step, the doorway to righteousness. So what I've noticed, because you guys already know I do Uber Eats, and I'm also in sales. So in sales, I have face-to-face appointments sometimes with clients. And in the Uber Eats, I'm always interfacing with the person that's handing me the food, sometimes the customers, but mostly it's the people behind the counter and the people around you. So, for example, today, picking up a delivery, a lunch delivery, I was working lunch, did a couple runs, and I was at Jimmy John's waiting for my delivery. It wasn't ready yet. There was a man next to me, and he was waiting for his delivery too. He was standing in the same place, and I looked at him. We didn't make eye contact, but I could feel this, just a negative aura around him, negative energy, and never said a word to him. He never said anything to me. We were just sort of standing, not next to each other, but probably within 6 feet. And I was looking at him, and it's like you can see it, but you don't see it. You know what I mean? You just feel it. But it's also his body posture, his facial expressions. I think the human eye can see more than what we think we can see, but he just looked down and frustrated, and his posture wasn't good, and the negative aura or vibration coming off of him. And it's not just him, you can feel it in other people. I'll give you an extreme example. This was a while ago, maybe a few months ago, I went into a Jamba Juice to get an order. And there was only one person there. It was the girl behind the counter. She looked like she was in high school. But right away, I could feel just negative, strong negative energy. She looked at me with hate before I even said a word. And I said, yeah, I'm here to pick up my order. And I showed her the phone order. She didn't say a word. She just goes into the refrigerator, she pulls out the juice and sets it on the counter. Well, normally they pack it in a bag for the delivery and then they seal it with tape. That's just the normal procedure. So I said, well, aren't you going to put it in the bag? She didn't say a word. She puts it in the bag and she doesn't put the tape on it. I said, can you put the tape on it? Total negative vibrations. She was looking at me like she hated me, and I don't know what was going on in her life. Maybe that was she just something major happened, but you could feel the demonic energy coming off of her. It was so bad. You should have seen the expression on her face. And she was a nice looking young lady, but the aura and the negativity on her was so filthy that I wanted to get out of there. And so I've noticed once, I've been noticing this. You can feel this. You can see people's spirits, or you feel it, and good ones too. But it's most people have bad energy fields. Is I guess is a way I could say that bad energy fields or dirty souls. You could describe it anyway: a bad aura, a bad energy field, a dirty soul, a corrupted, sinful soul, whatever you want to say. The men, you you'll feel it. They'll give you hate stares. They act aggressive. They act hateful towards you. You see it on the road. You can observe the way a person's driving their car. You can almost tell the spirit that's in that person without even seeing the person, just the way they operate their vehicle. You know what I mean? It's like a person that's driving erratically or driving aggressive, or they when you're at a stoplight, they'll pull up behind you, and it's almost like they're an inch away from your car, or they're impatient because you're doing the speed limit and they want to go faster, or they won't pass you when they can. Just things like that. And you feel that negative spirit, the demons in them, or attached to them. And also, you can observe people. There's also physical signs like the way they dress or the way they carry themselves. The women, the Jezebels are real easy to spot. They dress provocatively. They have a lot of makeup and long nails usually. They act very above you and prideful and haughty. Stuck up, I guess, is another word. Not all of them, but some of them. But you don't need to see the physical stuff. You can stand next to someone and most of the time feel it. And there's good ones too. I mean, I've talked about when I get some female attraction, a smile, or you can feel a woman's positive spirit. If she gives you that energy, you can feel her energy. And but you got to be careful, because the Bible does say Satan can be disguised as an angel of light. So it's things can be deceptive. But if you just rely on on the Holy Spirit to guide you, and use the gift. It seems like when you're on your semen retention journey, you get that gift of discernment. You're able to judge and feel other people's spirit or soul or energy. So that's the only thing I wanted to say, guys. Today's day 98. 2 more days and it's 100. I'm. It's amazing, guys. In the past I've tried to quit the fapping and fornicating and all that, and I could go for a little while, but now it seems like God called me, and I have the power of the Holy Spirit to help me or to do it for me, because I have literally not had any urge to fap at all. And here it is, 98 days. So that's a miracle in itself for a guy that has been engaging in that activity since he was 15. Guys, a word of encouragement: pray, ask God to give you the Holy Spirit the power to walk this journey if you're struggling. And it's not the only spiritual walk. There's other things I'm working on. I'm praying every day for patience. Lord, give me patience, and give me patience with people. So when they do dumb things on the road, or they look at me wrong, I don't get irritated. Or if they, you know, whatever the little stupid things that irritate me, I'm asking for patience and grace, because that's what God gives us. So, guys, I hope you have a good night. I'm about ready to go to sleep. And so have a good night. Love you guys. God bless you. Stay on the journey. Continue to strive for holiness and righteousness. We'll talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow.